Hello, y'all. Welcome to Bam Bam Raw TV. I'm Bam Bam, aka the 411 Giant. Hey, hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you know my next video coming out. Look here, we got a very special guest now. He's been rocking the club for years and he's still rocking it right now. We got my guest is Bone the Mack.
Yeah, what's going down, man? I appreciate you having me.
Oh man, it's a pleasure to have you. I've been waiting on you to come, man. Cause that song you got, it's been tearing the clubs up, man. I heard it so much. It's like it's almost redundant. You just hear it so much, and people got to like it. And well, what the song Homegurl is? What is it about?
I was in college at the time when I made it, and it was just like I was just dealing with a whole bunch of I can cuss.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I was doing a whole bunch of fucking, and you know what I mean. Like I had like so many, you know what I mean. So I end up hitting one, and then she'll go tell, and then it just. But see, I made the song because that's what was really happening for me, but it wasn't necessarily a good thing. You know what I mean? Like because I was, I had bitches popping up on me at my crib and all kind of shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. It was so. It was. I guess that's why the song was so relatable because you know what I mean. More people have been in that situation to where you do something and they tell a friend and then it just kind of keeps going around. So it was more so that situation. But when I did it originally, it was more so because I was just trying to tell niggas like I'm saying I'm going through it out here. It wasn't necessarily nothing to brag about, but shit, it ended up working out.
Yeah, because it reached out to a lot of people. Because a lot of people going through that. Me myself, as ugly as I am, I high spirit.
I mean, from what you just told me, man, you know what I mean? Like you a bad man, you know what I mean?
I was putting it down, but that's the advantage I had. And now on this here, we want to ask you. Like I said, I'm proud of you staying in the game and the thing that you're doing. But I want to ask you, what first drew you to music and to commit yourself to the music?
Man, LL Cool J, Mama said knock you out. Yeah. I'm from Atlanta, Texas. It's probably like 45 minutes away from here. And so I don't know. My mom, she was a big LL Cool J fan, and she used to play just the whole project. I can't remember what project it was, but Mama said knock you out was just the one that just
stood out.
Yeah. And ever since then, it was round the way girl, and then so I was just trying to be LL for a while.
He's pretty good artist. You know what I'm saying? He's pretty good artist. Yeah, man. All right. So then that's the answer to this young question. Growing up, your signature artist, the one that influenced you, would that be LL Cool J, or that would be somebody else?
Oh man, well, LL was the one that I wanted to be like at first, and then the rapper that I ended up like becoming like my favorite rapper was Eminem. You know what I mean? And then after that, like as I got probably like by 15, 16, I got this affinity for Pimp C, you know what I mean? Like for UGK. So I don't know, man, I can't ever just put it on one person. It was just like kind of as I kept going older, nothing deterred me away from hip hop, if that makes any sense. It was always something that made me want to draw closer and closer and closer.
Oh yeah, that's good. I mean, like I said, yeah. Most of that, even with my life, there is not one soldier or one OG that I mimic. I take a little something from eclectic. I take a little something from all of it. So I guess that would be the way with the music. How do you balance staying true to your identity instead of just running with the new trends and stuff they got going on?
It's hard. I can't even lie to you. It's really, really hard because once you've had success, you get so hungry to have success again that you're willing to try anything to try to have success again. And I think I probably went through that probably like after I made Homegurl, like the first 5 years, just trying. I'll be city to city, state to state, different producers, just trying everything. And then after a while, you in therapy, you know what I'm saying? You kind of come back to the love. You know what I mean? Like I love music. I remember one time I was watching a documentary. I was probably like 14 or 15, and it was DMC, and he was like, you know, his voice had changed because he had been rapping how he had been rapping for so long, and he had said something like, uh, now I just record music for the love of it, just for me. And at that time, you know, never experiencing nothing being from Atlanta, Texas, I was like, why would you do that? That don't even make sense. You DMC, like, you know, you know what I mean? Now, you know what I'm saying? Fast forward, you know what I mean? And have gone through everything I've gone through and understanding how the industry kind of works, I can understand how you feel. And I feel this exact same way that he feels.
Yeah, because you got to be true to yourself, because your fans, if they like you and they like what you're putting out, they still gonna be there with you.
Definitely. And then you got into this because you love to rap. You know, you didn't get into it because you love to make money. You didn't get into it because you love to be famous. You got into it because you heard a song and it did something to you, and it just made you want to try it. You know what I mean? And so when you can get to that point to where you can just get back to the love of just the game, then you know you can
relax, you can breathe,
and you can enjoy it again. Like it was for so long, I just wasn't enjoying it. You know, I was doing it, but I wasn't happy. I was just doing it.
They said when they said when a job is something that you enjoy, then it's not a job, and that's what you got back to. So on me, you had to worry about me getting into the rap game. Mm-hmm. That wasn't my forte. But looking ahead, what these projects that you got going on right now, what can your fans, Bone the Mack fan, what can they expect from the upcoming projects and the vibe?
Man, what's crazy was when I was doing it, like I was telling you earlier, I was doing a lot of shows in the well, not the Midwest, but like specifically like Route 66, like around that area, you know.
It's famous area.
Yeah. So I was like, man, you know, I need to connect this to where it comes back to Texas. You know what I mean? Because Texas has a lot of influences, like music wise, going up that way, like to Oklahoma, to Kansas, to Colorado, to Nebraska. It's a bunch, and you'll go up there, and you know you'll just be in the club on a random day, and you'll hear a lot of Texas music. You know what I mean? A lot of different things. Like, damn, I didn't even know y'all was fucking with it like that. So I was like, man, you know, I need to make something that kind of connects it and brings it all together. So that's what I've been working on, and honestly, it's crazy because Metro Boomin had just said, you know, music needs to get back to being regional, and this project for me is more like all of my stuff is more twerk stuff, but I've been kind of like doing like I was staying in Chicago, so I was doing like their version of twerk combined with mine, or I do some records with some guys from Ohio or something, and you know what I mean, and it's not what I started with. It's not like more so true to who I am. It's more so like an evolved version or you know, it's a fusion version more so. But this project more so is like it's me telling my story about how I go through the you know what I'm saying, different areas, and how I get them to respect the twerk music and the Texas music that we made more so. And I'm just getting back to that root, like where everything is, you know, shake that ass, twerk, heavy 808, you know what I'm saying, real club music shit.
That's what they need, man. They need something in the club they can have fun to.
Yeah, I think it's getting back to that though. You can see it with the futuristic, some of what they're doing in Atlanta and in Dallas now with the being movement with Johnny Damn D. He's been kind of doing it since for a few years now, but it's really catching on just on TikTok and everybody doing dances and stuff. So I think it's you know what I'm saying, it's good to be true to yourself, like we were saying, and then, you know, the timing. If you can catch that perfect timing, then, you know, everything will work out. So I'm just hoping I can catch that perfect timing.
I think it's a time for it, man. I want my people to go out there and start having fun in the club, man.
Yeah. I think you know, we had a good run with the, you know what I'm saying, with being tough and the gangster stuff, you know what I mean? And I think, you know, it's but more so now, I think with the females having so much success in hip hop that it kind of leaves you, it kind of shows you that, you know, you can make fun music or these types of, and they'll work more. You don't have to make such you know, strong and violent, you know what I mean, music to where, and even you can see with the new Dallas movie what they doing. They rapping about money. They not rapping about, you know what I'm saying, you know, doing nothing violent or anything like that. So, you know, just try to, you know what I'm saying, try to stay true to yourself, stay in pocket.
And I mean that era, you know, it's an era for everything. But like I said right now, I want to see we go to the club. I want to see 2 or 3 people fall down, but I want to be for exhaustion.
Yeah, man. Like I remember coming out here to Coco's, man, and
Coco Pat,
Coco used to be crazy.
I was gone when they there, but I heard about it.
Man, when I tell you, one of the first shows I did Bebe's birthday bash. That was like the first show I did at Coco, and that was like a fucking fever dream for me. You know what I mean? Like. You know, like I said, because I'm 45 minutes away, so we hear Coco's on the radio, you know what I'm saying? Like, Coco, Billy, Coco, you hear it, you know what I'm saying? You see it, but nobody ever really goes. People went where I'm from, but by that time I was in college, so I didn't come back up here to go to Coco's or whatever, like everybody. So, but I used to hear about it in high school, but I couldn't get in then, of course. So, you know what I mean? Finally getting that opportunity and finally getting on that stage, man, and just seeing the vibes and everything, like, man, that was a great time to be alive. It was so much fun. Yeah, RP my nigga DJ Star, man. I got RP my nigga. Rest in peace.
Did you ever do anything with my little homie Big Papa?
Man, I didn't get a chance, but I'm a huge Papa fan though. I'm a huge Papa fan.
He liked you too, bro. We were just talking about you on the phone. He wanted to come over here and be a part of it with you.
Yeah, I love Papa, man. Like back home East Texas, they're rolling like 18-wheelers. Like I'm talking about, you know, if you say bye, I mean,
you know,
Papa's that guy, man.
And then you just from Atlanta, Texas, man. I bought 2 pit bulls from Atlanta, Texas.
Who from who?
I don't remember who his name was. Before I went to jail, so it's been like 30-something years ago.
And you know, I still probably know that nigga.
I rolled down there. The dude, I'm gonna tell you something. The dude, when we was down there, the dude, he worked. He drove. He worked at I think a truck stop or a truck, something with a truck. But he needed a truck. The dude had a Cadillac. He had this Cadillac, little bitty short Seville Cadillac, and he had it and he wanted to sell it because he said he needed a truck because he had lost his job. So whatever he was hauling, he was gonna try to do it on his own with a truck, and he needed that. And so we was sitting there fighting. We testing the dogs out and stuff and everything. And so he came up and he said that to my co-defendant. I had just come from court, so I was dressed kind of neat. My co-defendant, Big Don, he got an overall suit. So the dude, Don said, "What you said in that Cadillac?" Because he had 3 of them just lacking. He wanted that one. He already telling what he gonna do to it. So the dude said, "What?" The dude got it. He got his lady in the car, and he come to me because he see me dressed kind of nice. He say, "Hey, that old dude, man, he told me he'll buy my Cadillac, man, but he just talking." I said, "Nah, he got enough money to buy you, man." I said, "If you want to buy it, he gonna buy it. I suggest you go." But I'm there talking to the dude about the dog. So next day, I look over there. I told Don, I said, "Look here, man." He said, "You don't think you can pay for that car?" He said, "What?" Man, he went to the trunk. Bam, he popped up in the trunk. He told him, "Come on, you want to sell the car or not?" He said, "What, dude?" He said, "Yeah, I want to sell it." He said, "Man, going on." He said, "What you want?" I think he gave the dude $4,000 or $5,000 for it. He said, "Cost you." Didn't believe I had the money. He chose, dude looked in the trunk, seen all the money. He said, "I'm gonna pay you with the smallest bills I got." Man, dude got out. Man, dude got out of the car. Friend gave him a ride there, but he gave me the game because he told me we could get it registered and everything. I registered, get it changed over and everything. So he took it to an old white man who he hooked up with. So he looked out for me, man. But I enjoyed the dude that I met up there in the dogs, man. We had them a while, man, and they were top of line dogs. So much respect and love in Atlanta, Texas.
That sounds about right, man. And that's crazy. I was 8 years old then, so it's a high possibility I knew who you got them from. Yeah, I'm trying to think who I knew had a Cadillac. The guy you bought the...
Yeah, it was a little short Seville. One of the little short Seville, like about a 70, what that was, yeah, 79, 78, when they was short like that. Because my co-defendant loved it. He had 3 of them. He put rags on the top of them, doing them. But anyway, yeah, that's my memory of Atlanta, Texas.
You gonna have me trying to figure out who that is. You gonna have me calling people when we get
I remember the little short dude come down and we sitting there but anyway, long story short, man, the whole thing from Atlanta, Texas to New Orleans and all this thing, just like you told me that Route 66. That's what we got to do, man. We got to incorporate all this music, and I've been hearing about these shows y'all finna do 100.
Yeah. Shout out to Baby Savage, man. You know what I'm saying? He is the
that's brainstorming.
Man, he's the guy with the plan, man. You know, he always calls me, you know, randomly, hey Bone, what you got going on up? You know what I mean? So, but he has like a just deep connection with a bunch of different people who put a tour together for me. 100 people, so you know, 100 dates. So you know, we just out here working, man, just trying to touch every amount of space that we can possibly touch.
That's the thing to do, man. Number one, your fans gonna like it, and you gonna enjoy being back in it again.
Yeah, that's
one thing about it. With the guard grind on your side, you got it going, man. Because he gonna keep his antennas in the air, and he gonna try to make things happen for his people, bro. And I respect that, man. He don't want, if the man had his way, he wouldn't see nobody, bro.
No,
you know what I'm saying, and that I respect about it. And on this next thing I want to ask you is, if you had not chose hip hop music, what other artistic thing that you would have had to put your talent toward, like visual arts or filming or?
Man, I really don't know. That's a good question. Man,
that artistic talent in us, would you put it toward that?
Ooh, man,
that what you do?
I don't know. I honestly couldn't tell you. I got my bachelor's in history. I got my master's degree in sociology. So honestly, if I wasn't rapping, I would probably be a professor. You know what I'm saying? I'd probably be a professor. That's I don't know what I could have done artistic wise though. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, teaching is art.
I can say that. I can say that. But I mean, you know, just as far as with the music and stuff, man, I don't know. It's just an addiction. You know what I mean? Like, I can't see myself just doing anything else. I don't know. I mean, I've literally tried. You know what I mean? Like, and I couldn't make myself.
I understand that. Well, before we get ready to close out and everything, shout out again for this 100.
Man,
show tour.
100 show tour. Route 66 Texas, Gotta Grind. Shout out to Baby Savage, man. You know, and man, we just working. You know what I mean? Follow me on everything on the Mack. You know what I'm saying? Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, everything. You know what I mean? And just, you know, keep supporting the movie. Thank you to everybody. I appreciate you so much.
We want to get the people again. As I said, bam, the 411 Giant. We want to support these shows and going on because we want to go there and have fun. We want to get back to having fun in the club now. We want to get back to going home after the club. We want to get back to being able to say the worst thing happened to me at the club was I got exhausted and fell down. That's what we want to do, man. And this the kind of music that's going to help do it. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, much love for him. And then I'm going to ask you one more thing.
Yes, sir.
What is it that your fans don't know about you that you would share with them? A lot of people don't know stuff about me. I feel they gonna share it, but what would you share?
You know, I'm really fucking mean. I'm really fucking mean. Like extremely fucking mean. Probably like horribly mean. You know, I'm working on my attitude. I'm trying to be better.
Oh yeah, you need therapy. And then you intelligent. You're very, man, very. I'm listening to the way you talking going on. Very articulate.
I appreciate it.
Very intelligent, man. So but you just mean.
I'm mean as hell.
That fit being a teacher. You're gonna be a teacher.
You know, I get it from my grandma. I don't know. Like, she was like that. You know what I mean? And, you know, she would just let me be around her all the time, but she'd be mean as hell to everybody else. So, I don't know. I guess I just kind of just absorbed it to me, man. You know how it goes.
Yeah, man. But again, I enjoyed you, and I appreciate you coming here, man, and everything. I hope you'll be able to come back again.
Absolutely.
I know y'all finna blow up, man. I know this finna blow up, man, because the world is waiting for this, man. They waiting for it. They waiting for it, man. We got to get back to having fun, looking out for each other, and having fun. Ain't nothing wrong with all the music, but everything have its time. You know what I'm saying? And have its place, and the fact that this is, and I statistically, even with you had said something that had caught my thing, because I remember reading one time before that they said artists who have a hit, a lot of them don't have another hit, because when they make their hit, they put so much pressure on themselves trying to create another hit that they can't flow and be themselves. Well, it's so much pressure.
Well, for me, it was way different. I had bad management like I had a horrible fucking manager. He was a fucking idiot, like stupidest motherfucker in the world type motherfucker. So the advice that he was giving me at the time after I had made it was so bad that, you know, by the time that, you know, everything had lined up, I was so far fucked up that it was really nothing I could do other than just watch this, you know, just watch it fall apart. Just sit on the ship and just watch it sink. You know what I mean? Like that's all you can do because, you know, when we built the ship, we built it with a hole in it. You know what I mean? So, you know, you send it out there to float. It's a big ass hole in it. You go down to there, you realize there's nothing you can do. We already out here in the water. Can't do nothing but sink shit. You know what I mean? You know? And so the best advice that I always give the artists is that make sure you're in control of your career and that make sure that whoever you got that's a manager is not a fucking idiot because a fucking idiot can ruin everything. Like
that's very good advice, man.
He was fucking stupid. Like top tier fucking stupid. Like I mean like stupidest motherfucker you could fucking
imagine. Was he a stupid manager or was he not even supposed to be a manager?
Well he wasn't supposed to, but this is me being being from Atlanta, Texas, and not knowing anybody that you know has any experience with music. So this is somebody that had a decent little studio. It was better than what we was recording in, but he was recording out of his house. So it wasn't like that he had like a studio. He just had some nice equipment that he had in his house. You know what I mean? We don't know any better because we're kids. So you know what I'm saying? And then he's lying to us, telling us that he know Dream and all of these different shit. So fast forward, right? You know what I'm saying? I'll show you how God works. I ended up getting signed to Def Jam. Tricky Stewart's my A&R. Tricky Stewart and Dream are like this, like brothers, right? So we ended up running into Dream. Dream didn't even know who the fucking nigga was. Nigga had been lying to us the whole fucking time. Like the whole time. Like at that moment, that's when I knew I was like, I fucked up. You know what I mean? I knew then that I had fucked up so bad, like, but it was nothing I could do. You know what I mean? Like,
you was in too far.
I was already, you know what I mean? I did records. I got records with Dream. I got records with Tricky did for me. I mean, big records. The shit sounds great, but when the politics aren't right after a certain point, you know, like in the beginning, like when you just grinding on your way up and it's just you, then you can kind of, get through it. But once you get signed and you in the building and you go to the money and tell the money, you give us the money, we gonna do this. And then after the money, give you the money and you don't do that. The money like, well, shit, I can't fuck with you no more, man. You didn't do what you supposed to do. And I can't go to the money and be like, well, it wasn't me that fucked off the money. It was them. These your people, right? You trusted them with the money. If that was the case, you should have came and got the money from me. And we could have did what we did. But you the one that gave the money to the wrong people. They went and spent the money wrong, fucked off the money. Now, we can't do nothing for you.
So you didn't have that insight then, and that's like I said. What you give them is some good information.
When I signed my deal with Def Jam, I just went up there and signed it. I didn't even know that you can tell them, well, I'm gonna sign a letter of intent and just tell you that I'm not gonna sign a record deal with anybody else. But I had like Jive wanted to sign me too, so I could have went over there and hollered at Jive too just to see what they was willing to do. But because lack of knowledge, stupid motherfucking manager, you know what I mean? We in there, I was in the Def Jam building 8 hours. Waiting on, you know what I'm saying, while they making up contract. The office is closed. Ain't nobody in there working. I'm just running around the office like a little fucking kid. And they letting me do it. You know what I mean? I'm just running around, taking pictures, I'm trying to Def Jam, running around the office like a little fucking kid. You know what I mean? They letting me do this shit. And then contract time come out, they come out there bad ass bitch. Bitch bad. I'm talking about bad bitch. Loyal. Finest bitch you ever 6'4", seem like with them heels on. Bad bitch. You just looking around, just tap, this motherfucker fine. You know what I'm saying? And, here you go, here's your contract right here. You know, here's your pen. You just staring at her, like eyes with her, staring at her, thinking, damn, I just got a deal. I'm signing the Def Jam. You know what I mean? The whole time. Dick and ass. The whole time they just greasing me up. They just greasing me up.
They got experience in doing that, so you ain't the first one to fail to that.
Yeah, definitely.
A lot of good people, you know, they got them. You gonna bounce back.
Oh yeah. I mean, shit, you know, it's a learning experience. It's a game for me to have, so I can give away. So you know, I ain't doing no trip.
Well, you sharing it with the people, man. You sharing it with the people, and like I said, I got quite a few homeboys right now. They want to be artists, and I know they gonna want to look at this they gonna want to hear this here.
Yeah,
man. And much love to you again for coming to the studio and everything, bro. And
I appreciate you. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much.
All right, man. It's glad we're gonna have to have you back on again.
Absolutely.
And again, man. Hey, look here, y'all go follow them, man. Go on the Max.
It's going down. Holler at me. Everything on the Mack. Yeah.
100 show tour, man. That's commitment there.
Gotta grind.
That's a commitment.